Hello community, this is a little awkward, I guess. I just released a post saying that I'm not gonna be able to release any major videos because my microphone is shady and not working properly, and here I am making this one, but make no mistake about it, the microphone is definitely needs to be replaced. If I'm too close to it, I get all types of noise problems. If I'm too far away, it sounds like I'm in an echo chamber. It's a really sad state of affair. I have to re-record a lot. I mean, it's very, very difficult. And it's just not worth it anymore for any type of major project. It's simply not worth it. You know what I mean? It's just too much trouble, too much problems. But I'm hopeful I'm gonna be able to get through this roadmap. It's just a roadmap. It's a little bit easier. So I'm hopeful, we can just sort of fly right through this. Now, first and foremost, what I want to say, in my opinion personally, this roadmap is everything that it probably should be, but at the same time, it's not what most people probably wanted it to be. And what I mean by that is a lot of people are expecting like all types of crazy shit, but in reality, you have to understand, I said it, in a couple videos ago, this is the final sort of year of Hitman 3, it's year 3, you should not be expecting much when it comes to brand new top-of-the-line content. And really, the only new things that we're getting are this suit that I'm pretty much was in the files and has been in the files for a very, very long time. And also this pen that is a Hitman 2 unlock. This is the pen, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure, this is the pen you get from the Undying Elusive Target. So this is back in Hitman 2. I mean, talk about a memory. This is where this is from, and this suit has been in the files forever. So overall, none of these things are exactly brand new things that have been added or anything like that. It's content that's been in the game for a very long time, and it's just now officially has finally they started releasing it, which is good, which is what I sort of expected and what I was sort of hoping for. Is like, we've got all this content in the files, what are you gonna do with it? Are you just gonna leave it behind, or are we gonna get it? Because believe it or not, that does happen. Some developers, Red Dead Online with Rockstar is a great example. They have a ton of brand new content for Red Dead Online that it's in the files, it's in their game, but they haven't updated the game in years. So that does tend to happen sometimes. However, here we are getting it one by one, and that is good. That is very good news. Is it gonna save Hitman? Is it gonna be this, incredible update? No, but it's gonna maintain, I think, and that's the most important thing. It's gonna maintain a certain audience, it's gonna maintain players, and more than anything else, it's just gonna give people something to do, something to play, which is good enough. So, let's start making our way through this thing. Now, first and foremost, March 17, which is already passed, but the Heartbreaker, year 3. Now, I'm sure most of you have already done this. It's been in the game for a couple of days now. I'm not the biggest fan of the Heartbreaker. I think as an elusive target, it's kind of limited. I don't think it's that fun particularly. I never enjoyed it, but for those of you that have not completed their 15 elusive target requirement to get all the suits, finishing off with the casual undercover suit, this is a good sort of elusive target. Just get it over with, just get it beat, so that way you can move forward and start getting some of those suits. But overall, nothing special here. March the 24th, we have the Broker Year 3, so that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, the start of the MotoGP season is also the start of the Broker. Now, the Broker is a target that has a lot of RNG, meaning that his loop is completely random. So for example, let's say if it's your first time playing this guy and you go after him, you might find a surprise that you're gonna go after him and you're gonna be like, okay, I know where his route is going from, I know where he's sort of weak, so let me just restart and let me just take care of him. The problem is you're gonna restart, but his loop is probably gonna change, and now you're gonna have to again be quick on your feet. The best way to deal with him is to simply use the emetic tool. I think that's the best way. Just emetic tool in the briefcase, rush him, hit him, get him done. Also, there's an egg that you have to get. The egg is in a safe. It's in Dahlia's special room. Basically, there's a safe in there. Just use a lockpick. You can unlock it. It's not that difficult, but that's where you're gonna find it. The safe is in Dahlia's room, which is all the way upstairs in the Paris building. It's all the way up. Now, March 30th, seasonal event, the Berlin Egg Hunt. I could have sworn that this thing was already permanent in the game. I mean, I could have sworn they made it permanent, because it wasn't the first time it was limited, and then I think the second time it became permanent. They were just like, okay, we're just gonna leave this now. But for some reason, it's not. It says free starter pack players, so maybe it is permanent and it's just for those players it's coming back. I'm really not sure. This is something that is kind of weird. But anyways, if you haven't played this, do play it. It is very unique. I will say this, it's a very, very unique sort of thing where you have to sort of use eggs that work as poisons. It's very creative, I do enjoy it, and I think the suits you get from it are pretty decent. You get the unmasked suit, and I think you also get the masked suit as well with a different challenge. On the 3rd level you have to, I believe, headshot the final target, and that's how you get them. But again, don't quote me on this because I'm not looking at it. I just, from memory, I believe it was something like you have to shoot them very quickly or something. But yeah, they're pretty decent overall, both of these Berlin Egg Hunts. They'll get the job done, they're fun to play. Then we get to the elusive target, the Collector. Collector, simple elusive target, not necessarily difficult. He will take disguises, so keep that in mind. He starts in the greenhouse with a bodyguard. Now the bodyguard is not necessarily a bodyguard, he follows him, but he's more security, trying to keep shit away from him, so just keep that in mind. And he will take disguises. He will change his disguise from a gardener to a sort of staff, and he'll try to make his way upstairs to steal the painting. So if you want to go after the painting first, you can do that as well. You can just wait for him to go into the wardrobe section, try to change disguise, you can get him there. Plenty of things you can do with this guy. Not the most difficult target in the world, as long as you know what you're doing. Then we get to April 13th, featured contracts. Now, featured contracts have always been a funny thing for me. I am pretty certain I have not done a featured contract in almost 6 months, and I have all the unlocks for them, so that just goes to show you how many featured contracts there are out there. And up to this point, I would say just play the ones you like. You know what I mean? If you haven't unlocked the weapons and tools that they bring, play the ones you like. There's good ones out there, there's easy ones out there. You don't have to play the hard ones. There's so many featured contracts. You're gonna get the unlocks you need before you're even halfway through all of them. I mean, it's insane. Also, for those of you on the free starter pack, you get a Paris as a free location. You can also get Paris if you're playing Hitman 2016. The free starter pack there was also Paris. So now it's gonna be free as well. April 14th, we got the Forger Year 3. Now the Forger, very good elusive target. The tuxedo with gloves, very good suit as well. Overall, I would say, even if you have done all the elusive targets, the Forger is worth going after. He is a very fun elusive target. He basically is between the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor, and he has no RNG. He spawns on the 2nd floor, but he will move across, and he's always in isolated areas because he's doing illegal shit. And he has one bodyguard. And overall, there's quite a bit of things you can do with him. He's the very first elusive target ever created. He's a fun elusive target, so... and also very suit-only friendly if that's your playstyle. Which, for me personally is. If you're a disguised guy, it doesn't matter, you know, easy target. Just, you know, I would suggest you to go after him because he's fun and he's easy and he doesn't take too long. April the 21st, the Serial Killer. Serial Killer, 10 out of 10 when it comes to design, 10 out of 10 when it comes to dialogue, when it comes to lore, when it comes to just the way they've sort of made the level around him, and probably a 2 out of 10 when it comes to gameplay. His loop is so abominable. He basically just goes around in circles around the garden party. He doesn't do anything. It's really, really sad. He never finds the victim. He never finds anybody to isolate himself with. He never does anything shady. He's such a sort of boring, elusive target. I mean, you either poison his glass or you just use the emetic briefcase. I mean, it's just... why would you make him so simple and like so uncreative? I mean, you're seeing a video of me doing him right now, probably, which again is a very easy way of getting him done and getting him beat. But overall, the Serial Killer should have been done better. I just can't help but say that it is definitely underwhelming to what it probably should have been due to just how great the concept was. Anyways, April 28th, we got the Rage. The Rage is an elusive target, and that's the best thing I can say about him. He's an elusive target. If you're not a fan of Andrew Tate, then have some fun beating his ass. He's not that difficult of an elusive target. Quite a few opportunities, from poisoning the drugs to electrocuting the puddle of water when he walks outside. Plenty of things you can do with this fucking guy, so just take care of him if you gotta take care of him. Is he good enough to sort of go after him if you already got all unlocks? I wouldn't say that. But if you don't have the unlocks, definitely go after him. He's pretty simple. May content, May the 11th. We have a game update. Now, this, I believe, is finally gonna be the time that they're gonna start releasing some sort of patches, bug fixes and shit for Freelancer. And also, they've said that they're gonna be regarding GPU memory leaks and VRAM stuff. So that's very good. It takes them a little bit of time. May 11th isn't exactly that soon. I mean, it's gonna be a while until May 11 shows up, but I guess there's a lot of work. So hopefully, when it comes out, it's good and it gets rid of a lot of the problems. Next up, we have the Exploding Pen. It's arriving, I believe, on May 11th, it says. And this pen, you have to eliminate Craig Black with an explosive pen while he's reading. Now, for anybody who thinks this is a brand new pen, look up Hitman 2 The Undying, and that will pretty much shatter your fantasies. This thing has been around since Hitman 2. Now, here's the deal. I'm happy it's being added because it's content that was in Hitman 2 that never arrived. I believe it's the very last piece of content from Hitman 2 that never arrived, outside of maybe the coins. But it's a very rare item, is what I should say. It's a very, very rare item. I'm happy it's being brought back. The Undying never returned and never will return, so at least we can get the rewards. We already have the other 2 rewards. This is coming back. Is the pen any good? Is it a useful unlock? Absolutely not. If you've seen my video on the 10 worst unlocks, you know what I think about this thing. And here's the deal. Just because your friend created a featured, not even a featured contract, just a contract that's especially designed around this pen being useful, doesn't make it useful. Just because you take a weapon and you design an entire scenario on a level just to make it useful, does not make the weapon useful. I hate to break it to you. This is not a good item. It's not a useful item. It's never gonna be, but it's brought back and that's good enough. Next up, we have the new suit, which is the Bloody Mary suit, or what have they called it? Let me just see, the Black Bruiser suit. Well, no imagination at our studio, I can tell. Anyways, so the way to unlock this thing is to basically complete a campaign with hardcore mode enabled. Most of you have probably already done that, which means you're gonna get the suit automatically unlocked. And they're saying that if you've already done it, if you've already beat it, you're gonna unlock it pretty much instantly. So that's good. You don't have to do it again. Which I always hate challenges that basically require you to do shit again. Like you've already beaten everything and now you have to do shit again just to get it. It's like, come on. So thankfully that's not happening. You will get it automatically, which is very, very good. Then we have contracts mode enabled on the ICA training facility. ICA training facility, May 11th, it's gonna be coming up. If anybody wants to do contracts there, feel free to do so. I feel free not to play them. Thank you very much. Then we have Curated Contracts, the intern. I have no idea what this is supposed to be, but it's coming on May 11th, so watch out for that. Free location rotation, Sapienza. Oh boy, here we go. So Sapienza is coming back on May 11th. For those who don't have it by now, I don't know, the free starter pack, how many people are playing a free starter pack? I have never seen in the comment section anybody talk about I'm playing on a free starter pack. I've never seen that. I mean, I'm sure somebody is, but I've never ever seen somebody actually playing on a free starter pack, like up to this point. Usually you play for like maybe a week and then you're like, I either like this game or I don't. So I really don't know who this is for, but hey, the 12 people who play on the free starter pack, enjoy. It's all for you, baby. May 12th, Elusive Targets, the Deceivers. The very first elusive target ever available in Hitman 3 is coming back. And let me just say this, these guys are not good elusive targets. The guy with the pink shirt, I believe it was the congressman, one of the only real ways to beat him, because he's got so many people following him, is to just use a basically the wine in the basement of the Sapienza mansion. Just poison that. The other guy, I believe he's called the Guru, is basically a peekaboo in the lawyer's office, and that's how you take care of him. Overall, if you do not have the Sapienza suit, absolutely go out of your way to beat these guys, because the Sapienza suit is worth it. It's a great suit, it's an amazing suit. You absolutely need to get your hands on it, so just for that, go after these clowns. May 19th, we have Elusive Target the Revolutionary. Not the best elusive target, very limited, RNG, not one of my favorites. I take a disguise, I take one of these sort of green camo disguises, and I throw some sort of a flashbang, some sort of an explosive in the room. Basically, everybody gets scared, everybody flees the room, then I just enter, lethal poison the glass of wine, and then when they come back, I get a free kill. That's pretty much it. May 26th, we have the Liability elusive target. A very good elusive target. Tons of accident kills, tons of easy ways to sort of isolate him. He's not very difficult at all, you can beat him within the first 3 minutes. Very simple. Make sure to go after him if you need the count. It will get the job done. Then we have the very final thing, the road ahead. We're just getting started. Look forward to more Year 3 versions of elusive targets, as well as a chance to catch up on any Year 2 targets you might have missed. In addition, we will be introducing new unlocks, challenges, and fresh escalations for you to sink your teeth into. We will also be rolling out game patches throughout the year, packed with fixes, tweaks and QOL improvements. Keep in mind that some details may change as this is a tentative production plan, but this timeline should give you a good sense of what's to come in Hitman for Assassination. Oh my lord. This is the funniest shit in the world when you see this. Keep in mind, some details may change. This is fucking hilarious. Keep in mind that some details may change as this is a tentative production plan. So basically they're telling you, we are hoping to do those things, but maybe we will, maybe we won't. So just keep that in mind. Fresh escalations. Who the fuck? I genuinely wonder how many people are there that enjoy escalations. I'm gonna make a fucking poll on YouTube. I'm gonna make a poll specifically asking people, do you like playing escalations? And I can guarantee you the overwhelming fucking answer will be no, absolutely not. Escalations, I've never fucking loved them. There's very few ones I've enjoyed, very few ones. So I don't know why they even waste their time on that shit. It wasn't fun the first time, it wasn't fun the second time, and it's not gonna be any fun this time. Escalations were never that fucking good, especially knowing how much of them you have to grind just to unlock the shit, so I don't know. Challenges and unlocks are basically the same things because you need to complete challenges to get unlocks, so that's basically the same. And then they're saying either 3 versions of elusive targets, which means absolutely nothing. It literally means nothing, it just means we're gonna be re-rolling elusive targets. That's all it means. There's no year 3 version, you're not changing anything. Nothing is being changed, you're just re-rolling them. But anyways, so those are the plans ahead, I guess. Ultimately, we're gonna be getting a ton of elusive targets, and we're gonna be getting, well, I shouldn't say new content, but the content that's been in the files that we have been waiting for. It's never been released, we're finally gonna start getting it released. So ultimately, you know, we're getting what we needed to get. Finally, you know, they're talking to us. We're getting some, at least what we should have gotten. So those are some good news. But overall, is this really gonna bring people back into playing if they're not playing anymore? No. But at the same time, it's good for what it is. You know, it gets the job done in my opinion. You could have had at least one more unlock. I think 2 unlocks for such a long time is a little short. But it is what it is. Overall, I would say this is a decent roadmap. It's fine, it gets the job done, at least on having something in the game to do. So yeah, those are my opinions. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more content. Thank you very much for watching, and when I fix my microphone, I'll be back with some real videos. Goodbye.